All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another weekly setup. So I've analyzed over 20 pairs using the set and forget strategy, and let me show you what we have for this week. So the very first pair, and my favorite pair that we have for this week, is GBP So GBP on the daily time frame just switched bearish. So this right here was the higher high, and this was the higher low. So price closed bearish, and now we are currently under a minor area right here. So this area right here is actually the 4-hour area of interest, right? So it's a risky trade, and we also are around psychological level. So let's go over to the 4-hour to make it clearer. As you can see, this 4-hour time frame is a very textbook trade. We are creating series of lower lows and lower highs, so we are expecting to continue selling, right? Also on the 4-hour time frame, you can also see that we had a doji and an engulfing on the 4-hour time frame, right? So clean area of interest here on the 4-hour, as you can see, around psychological level right there, and then price is currently at area of interest. So how I'm going to be playing this trade is going to be very simple. I'll come down to the 1-hour time frame. I'll wait for 1 hour to switch bearish, which means price is have to break under this level right here, and then it retests for us to sell this market to the downside. So this is basically my favorite pair for this week. The next pair that we are looking to take is GBP right? So GBP on the daily time frame, let's go over to the daily time frame. You can see that on the daily time frame, price is actually bullish right now. So this is basically a retracement. On the weekly time frame, by the way, like I always mention, is that this right here is an historical low. Anytime we came around this level, price has always pushed up very strongly to the upside. So it came here multiple times and have pushed up multiple times. So I'm expecting that this right here is just a retracement. So this right here, price pushed up, but it didn't push up compared to other pushes, right? So we are still expecting that the price will continue pushing up. So 3 weeks price has been bearish, and right now we seem to be having a doji on a weekly time frame. So if I go over to the 4-hour time frame right here, you can see that the 4-hour time frame is also bearish, right? So we don't need to be buying at a bearish market. We need price to shift bullish first to buy, right? So for price to be bullish, price still needs to create a new high. So if price can break above and retest around this area right here, it's going to create a new high, and it's going to have a break and retest on the 4-hour time frame for us to buy this market, right? Also, you can see there's a minor trend line right here, and if price is having that break and retest, we are going to be the EMA is also going to be holding it as support, right? So we are simply going to be waiting for that break and retest on GBP CHF. The next pair we have is NZD USD. NZD USD on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we have a support and resistance level right here, which is basically the same thing as the area of interest. The area of the EMA is also coming over to hold it as support, making this time frame bullish, right? The 4-hour time frame, on the other hand, you can see that it's also bullish. So we have that two time frame in sync, and I'm going to be paying more attention here on the 4-hour time frame because it has a much more cleaner market structure, right? So this is going to be very early next week, right? And I'm going to be putting my stop loss below this area of interest just because it's a very strong area of interest right here. As you can see, it has multiple rejections from this same area right here. So we are looking to buy NZD this week, right? So that is that for NZD and the last pair that we have for this week is basically the same game plan we have been waiting all along. We are still going to be waiting on the daily time frame for a break and retest above this support and resistance level right here for buys, or a break and retest below this resistance level for this support level for sales, or break and retest above this resistance level for buy. So that's pretty much the pairs that we're going to be paying attention this week. I've analyzed all the 20 pairs. We didn't have enough market or market opportunities to present for this new week. So that's pretty much it. Remember, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, and I'll see you guys in the next video.